I'm Natalie of Sew Hungry Hippie. Let me show you how to make this project for the March Happy Box. We are gonna be paper piecing. Let's go. So first of all, I like to put a strip of glue on my first fabric. This is gonna be number 1. So you glue it so that the right side is facing out. And make sure you've got enough clearance on each end. I have another YouTube video on paper piecing. Actually, I have 2 that you might want to look at before doing this project because they're very, very in-depth. For the number 2 spot on your paper pattern, you place your fabric right side down and you're going to sew exactly on the line so that when you fold it out again, it's right side up. Use a small stitch length. I use 1.8 millimeters for paper piecing. It perforates the paper. And then fold it so you can trim away your excess fabric. Finger press it open and we'll move on to the 3rd spot. So fold it on the line so that you know how much fabric you need. Oops, I forgot to fold it on the line. I bet I do it here. Yep. Fold it on that line so you know that when you place that number 3 fabric, you're 1/4 of an inch over the line so that your seam is nice and strong. So I already sewed it. So now I'm trimming it away, the excess. Open it up, finger press it. You can also use an iron. It's not wrong to use an iron. I love using my iron. Move on to number 4, fold it, fabric right side down. Make sure you have a big enough seam and are over that number 4 line by 1/4 of an inch. So right on the line again. Bring it back over. You can trim away your excess if you're like me and super careful. You know, some people don't have to do that part where they're trimming it away, but I always do because I just often miss it. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 5. Same process. Fold on the line, fabric right sides together. Overlap. Sorry about my head. It's hard filming these on my own. Sew on the line. It's just the same process over and over, as you can see, and it might take you a little bit to get used to it. Don't worry about it if it does. I have a download link if you need to start over with a new piece, what is it called? Paper piecing pattern. Okay, we're on to our last section. This is number 6. So right on the line again. I'm just checking placement. Sometimes I doubt myself. So now you've got a 1/4 inch line, a dashed line all the way around your square. You want to make sure that you're cutting on that line, not on the solid line, or your square will be too small. So cut on the dashed line. That's 1/4 of an inch away from the solid square line, just to be clear. So now you've got your top. So now take your loop of fabric, it should be 16.5 inches, and sew the short ends together. This is a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And remember to lock stitch at the beginning and end, which I did not do in the video here. Do what I say, not what I do. Now lay it flat on your work surface, and I'm going to show you what to do to help you center this baby up in just a sec here. Since we're here now, begin taking the paper off of your pincushion top. Just pull it away. It should come right out. Okay, so on this part, let me show you what we're going to do. You have your loop sewn together with a 1/4 inch seam. You're going to open it and press it like this so that you've got your middle front and your middle back. Take your snips and snip a little 1/4 inch, not any more than a 1/4 inch there. Snip there, and then snip here on this side and here on this side. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 markings that you can then match to the 4 corners on the top of your pincushion. So So I'm going to take this seam. You can press it open with your fingers or your iron. It's soft vinyl, so it's pretty, I don't know, whatever that word is. If you need to resew that seam, I've pulled on this a bunch. Resew it. Okay, I'm gonna get out my clips. Now I'm gonna match that corner with this corner. Can you see that? And I just kind of fold it down like this, match that corner. We're gonna come back and put a bunch more clips in place, but there's that. Here's the third corner.
Hey Mom.
Yeah.
Do you know where the oven Nerf guns are?
And use more clips. Use as many as you need. Make sure you don't have any folds on the other side. Everything's flat. Everything's lined up and flush. When you sew, you're not going to miss anything. Right here. Oh, see that clip? I didn't even grab the side. Okay, it looks good from this side. Looks good from this side. Now I'm ready to sew all the way around. So now let's check it. Ooh, it looks so good. So shiny and happy. Looks good. So now patch the bottom one. I'll have to edit that. Do snips on both sides. Now on this one, you're going to sew all the way around, but keep an opening of a couple of inches on one side. So start here or start here, go all the way around and stop and leave an opening. So now turn it, the whole thing, right side out through that hole that you left, and we're going to fill it with the crushed walnut shells. I've pre-measured out, so you should have enough in your pack. If not, if you want it a little tighter, you can always substitute rice or kitty litter, really anything that's very small. All right, I'm using a kitchen funnel, and I just funnel it all in. Take your time. And then I like to whip stitch it closed because it's easy for me and it's fast. If you want to be super professional, you can use a ladder stitch. Really, it's up to you. And then I did add a little piece of fluff in your kit. I like to put that in at the opening right at the end to help me prevent the granules from kind of popping out. I don't know, I just think it helps. So put that in and then finish stitching and you're done.